Hello, Eric. Let's read Meet Jack Appleknocker. Jack Appleknocker lives in a cabin deep in the forest. When Jack wakes up in the morning, he likes to lie on his corn husk mattress and gaze at a stain made by the rain on the ceiling. In this way, Jack can plan his day. Sometimes the stain made by the rain looks like a boot. This reminds Jack that when he gets up, he will have to put on his high leather boots. Sometimes the stain made by the rain looks like a woolen stocking cap. That reminds Jack he will have to wear something on his head if the day is cold and windy. Sometimes the stain made by the rain looks like a pile of firewood. That reminds Jack he will have to get his axe and chop up some kindling for the kitchen stove. And that's how the stain made by the rain helps Jack Appleknocker plan his day. Today is Monday. A rooster is crowing at 5 in the morning. A fly buzzes around Jack Appleknocker's nose, but Jack faces the wall and sleeps through it all. Then a skunk climbs a stump just outside Jack Appleknocker's window. Jack sits up in bed and holds his nose. But when he looks at the stain made by the rain, he sees 6 sizzling pancakes steaming on a griddle. Jack jumps out of bed, puts on his boots, puts on his stocking cap, and rushes to the kitchen. There he whips up a batter of buttermilk and flour, and soon there are 6 sizzling pancakes steaming on the kitchen stove. Jack sits down and eats them all, and that makes Jack feel good. And that's how the stain made by the rain helped Jack Appleknocker plan Monday, the first day. Today is Tuesday. A robin sings at dawn just outside Jack Appleknocker's window. Jack lies on his corn husk mattress and stares at the stain made by the rain. Today, the stain made by the rain looks like grapes hanging from a vine. Oh my goodness, Jack Appleknocker cries. That's what I need, grapes to make me some jelly. And Jack leaps out of bed, puts on his boots, puts on his stocking cap, and rushes from the cabin. A squirrel looks down from an old oak tree. Where is Jack going in such a hurry? He wonders. Jack disappears deep into the forest until he comes to a clearing in the trees. Grapevines jangle from the branches all around him. Huge bunches of grapes are suspended from the vines, and Jack gathers grapes all through the morning. He brings them home in baskets where he'll make jelly to last him for many days. And that's how the stain made by the rain helped Jack Appleknocker plan Tuesday, the second day. Today is Wednesday. Down in the meadow, a collie dog guards a flock of sheep. A brown cow wades in a brook where the willow trees grow. And Jack Appleknocker lies on his corn husk mattress and stares at the stain made by the rain on his ceiling. The stain made by the rain looks like a sack full of baking potatoes. Baking potatoes? Can that be right? Why, yes, Jack tells himself. It's time to dig the potatoes. So Jack gets out of bed, puts on his boots, puts on his stocking cap, and goes looking for his spade. Out in the field he spades the furrows. The robin follows closely to hoist up the worms. Soon the rows are strewn with potatoes. Jack puts them in sacks on his wheelbarrow and brings them home. Down in the cellar, he places the sacks in a row by the wall. Now Jack will have potatoes to last through the winter, and some left over to plant in the spring. And that's how the stain made by the rain helped Jack Appleknocker plan Wednesday, the third day. Today is Thursday. Jack Appleknocker lies on his cornhusk mattress and stares at the stain made by the rain. What is it trying to tell him today? Can that be an apple tree? Can those red spots be apples? Oh my goodness, Jack shouts. The apples are ready for picking. Jack jumps out of bed, puts on his boots, puts on his stocking cap, and rushes out of the cabin. He crosses the meadow with his baskets and wheelbarrow and looks up at a tree. The branches bend low with the weight of red apples. Jack Appleknocker sings a song as he works through the day. The song has only 2 lines. Apples, apples, I love to harvest apples. The robin and the squirrel and the sheep and the collie dog and the brown cow and even the skunk like to hear Jack Appleknocker sing. Apples, apples, I love to harvest apples. Jack wheels 4 bushes of apples to his cabin. He puts them in the cellar where it is cool and dry. Baskets of apples and sacks of potatoes and baskets of apples. This has been a very happy day. And that's how the stain made by the rain helped Jack Appleknocker plan Thursday, the 4th day. Today is Friday. There is a flash of lightning outside Jack's window. Jack sits up on his cornhusk mattress and looks at the ceiling. The stain made by the rain has turned into a stormy cloud. Jack jumps out of bed, puts on his boots, puts on his stocking cap, puts on his mackintosh, and he runs from the cabin. He follows the collie dog through the wind and rain. A lamb has strayed from the flock and is lost in the storm. Jack gathers the lamb in the warmth of his arms and carries it home to the fold. He places the lamb on the straw-filled manger where the sheep huddle close to him. Don't be afraid, he tells the lamb, and the lamb is not afraid. The thunder roars, the lightning flashes, while Jack and his flock weather the storm. And that's how the stain made by the rain helped Jack Appleknocker on Friday, the 5th day. Today is Saturday. Jack Appleknocker lies on his cornhusk mattress and stares at the stain made by the rain. Slowly, before his eyes, the stain made by the rain has turned into a fiddle. Jack can hardly believe his eyes. My fiddle, he cries, my fiddle. Today I'll play my fiddle. Jack takes his fiddle from where it's been hanging on the wall and holds it in his arms, just the way he held the lamb. Then he goes out on the back porch and starts to play his fiddle. He plays his favorite song, Turkey in the Straw. It's a tune meant for dancing. The robin sings from high in the tree. The squirrel keeps time with his tail. The collie dog walks on his hind legs. The sheep gambol in the green meadow. The brown cow kicks up her heels, and the skunk does a jig on the top of the stump. Everyone is happy to hear Jack Appleknocker play, and that's how the stain made by the rain helped Jack Appleknocker on Saturday, the 6th day. Today is Sunday. The rooster is crowing at 5 in the morning. A fly buzzes around Jack Appleknocker's nose, but Jack faces the wall and sleeps through it all. In his sleep, Jack is dreaming pancakes, grapes, potatoes, apples, a little lamb lost in the storm, and all the animals dancing to his fiddle. Jack dreams of them all. Then the sun spills through the window and it falls across the corn husk mattress. Slowly, Jack opens his eyes and stares at the ceiling. The stain made by the rain looks like the face of the rising sun, and the face is smiling. This pleases Jack, and Jack smiles too, and he stays in bed just a little longer, for this is Sunday, the 7th day. And they all lived happily ever after, the end.